All right, buckle up, because I'm about to take you on a wild ride through my life. A journey that's been anything but ordinary. It's a story of betrayal, redemption, and the power of sound to heal. So let's dive right in. The betrayal. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. The day my world came crashing down. I was standing in front of a room full of my peers, my colleagues, my friends. Or so I thought. My business partner, the person I trusted most in the world, was pointing a finger at me, accusing me of embezzlement. The looks on their faces, the whispers, the gasps, it was like a bad dream I couldn't wake up from. I was disowned by the architecture community, my reputation tarnished, my life in shambles. But little did they know, this was just the beginning of my journey. The departure. I left the city, left the life I knew behind. I was alone, but I was determined. I had to prove to myself and to them that I was more than what they said I was. I stumbled upon acoustic architecture, a field that was as misunderstood as I was. I was told it was impractical, eccentric, even ridiculous, but I saw the potential. I saw the power of sound to heal, to comfort, to create privacy in a world that was increasingly noisy and intrusive. The pursuit, I spent years in solitude, experimenting, learning, perfecting my craft. I designed spaces that manipulated sound for healing and privacy. I worked with mental health professionals, with hospitals, with schools. I was a lone wolf, a maverick, but I was making a difference. I was healing people, one sound at a time. The ascension, it wasn't easy. There were setbacks, challenges, moments of doubt, but I pushed through. I was relentless, unyielding. I was driven by a fire that burned deep within me, and slowly but surely, my work started to gain recognition. I was invited to speak at conferences, to write articles, to share my knowledge. I was no longer the laughingstock of the architecture community. I was a pioneer, a trailblazer, the triumph, and then the breakthrough. I was commissioned to design a mental health treatment center, a place where sound could play a crucial role in the healing process. I poured my heart and soul into this project. I designed spaces that absorbed sound, that diffused sound, that created a cocoon of tranquility. And it worked. The center became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of acoustic architecture. I had revolutionized mental health treatment environments. I had proven my worth. The return. And now, I'm back. I'm standing in front of my family, the people who once mocked me, who once told me I was an embarrassment. I'm standing in front of them, not as a failure, not as a joke, but as a success. I'm standing in front of them, ready to face the consequences of their past derision, the confrontation. I can see the shock on their faces, the disbelief, the realization that they were wrong. I can see the regret, the shame, the guilt. I can see the tears welling up in their eyes. I can see the pain, the hurt, the sorrow. I can see the change, the transformation, the redemption, the catharsis. And in that moment, I forgive them. I forgive them for their past actions, for their past words. I forgive them because I understand. I understand that they were afraid, that they were uncertain, that they were lost. I understand that they were trying to protect me in their own misguided way. I understand that they were wrong, but I also understand that they are human, the insight. And so I share my story with them. I share my journey, my struggles, my triumphs. I share my knowledge, my wisdom, my insights. I share my heart, my soul, my being. And in that sharing, I find peace. I find closure. I find redemption. the conclusion. And as I stand there, in the midst of my family, in the midst of my past, in the midst of my present, I realize that I have come full circle. I have faced my demons. I have conquered my fears. I have achieved my dreams. I have healed. I have grown. I have triumphed. And I have done it all on my own terms, in my own way, with my own unique voice. So to anyone out there who is being mocked, who is being doubted, who is being dismissed, I say this: don't give up. Don't let them define you. Don't let them dictate your worth. You are more than what they say you are. You are a warrior, a fighter, a dreamer. You are a healer, a creator, a pioneer. You are a force to be reckoned with, and you will triumph. You will heal. You will grow. You will conquer. And you will do it all on your own terms, in your own way, with your own unique voice, because that is who you are. That is what you are meant to do, and that is your destiny.